Hello, everybody. My name is Jessie Terrian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room, we do all thing blending techniques today. How is everybody doing? This is a techniques class that I am giving in the techniques event page, but you might also be catching me if you follow my Jessie's Cards and Crafts page. So today we're going to be making 3 different styles of cards, and I'm going to show you how to get those blended backgrounds. Look how pretty. This is probably my favorite. Isn't that gorgeous? So we're going to be practicing with these. Now, when you use your blender brushes, I'm talking about something like this or something like this. These are the 2 that we sell, 2 different sizes, a mini and a regular. Um, you might have a different style, yours might look different, but whatever blending brush you have that you use to blend with would work. All right, let's see. We got some people on. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. Hey, Karen. How you doing? Happy November 1st. We made it, my friends. I have morphed my craft room out of the creepy corner. It's really weird. I know, like, my camera's in the shot. Um, the perspective, even though I'm using the same setup, the same table, I just flipped the table around the room. Everything's a little bit weird now. I have to get used to it. So we'll excuse my camera. But um other than that, how was your Halloween? Good. Oops. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear that ding or not. Stuff's coming through. So, hi, Cheryl. Welcome in. All right. Well, I am going to get started because this is a bit of it's not really going to be long. They're very simple cards, but I want to take my time and really explain it. So I'm going to get down to the mat and I will show you everything that I'm doing step by step. Now, in this class, I'm going to demonstrate it first, and then we're going to do it together. Okay? So here we go. Let me flip to the mat. Here's a close-up of the cards. Now, we're going to start this card first. And for this card, you are only going to need, if you have it, if you don't have it, don't panic. But if you have some masking tape, it really helps with this technique. Otherwise, you can do your blending and then trim it down and create a smaller panel on a white background. So if you don't have this, it's not that big of a deal. You're going to want a light color blue. So I'm going to use Balmy Blue. And for this, we're only using one color. And you're going to need one of those panels I had you prepare. So these are 5¼ by 4, just like we would use for our mats and our card inserts for our A2 cards. Card size. So very easy. We're used to these measurements. The first thing I want you to do is tape down your project. So I'm using my mat. If you don't have a grid mat, you can eyeball it. But I just want to try to get that tape straight. Okay? We're going to do it all the way around, creating a frame. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot an important part. Take your tape, put it on your shirt or on your microfiber cloth or something a few times so it doesn't rip your paper. All right, you want it less sticky is what I'm telling you. And then let's see. About there. We're going to go all the way around. Now, if this rips my paper, it's not a big of a deal because I'm doing two. So I'm not fussed about it. But if I can save it and use it, you know I'm gonna. You know I'm going to. All right. Here we go. So we've got our box. This is the area we're going to be applying our ink. Now we're going to take a piece of scrap paper. And I want a piece so that I can use it to make these snow mounds. Okay. So I'm kind of going to tear my paper and give it a bit of an arc like that. Okay. Very technical, I know. If you don't like it, work with it until you get it the way you want it. I'm going to open up my ink and I'm going to take my blending brush. I'm going to ink it up. This is a great time to re-ink your stamp pads because you're using your blending brush to kind of smooth it into the pad. So if you find your pads need to be re-inked, it's a great time to get out those blending brushes. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is put a light coat down about halfway up. And this is a lighter color. Doesn't look like it's really showing though. I'm going to do a little bit more. I probably should have re-inked this one. It is on there, but it's so light. Okay. So we're just going to do circles and get it on. Now, I'm going to take the piece I ripped and I'm going to put it down and keep blending. And hit it kind of hard on that seam. Now, keep your fingers on the corner of the page so you can peel it back, see if it's as dark as you want it, and you can go back and reapply some ink if you desire a darker look. But I'm happy with that. Now, I'm going to come and I'm going to reposition and keep going. Hitting heavier where the paper is, and then kind of feather it light up to the top. Now again, peel it back. And I'm going to hit that a little bit darker. And then peel it back. Okay. There we have our subtle snowy mounds. Go ahead, get out your sheet of white and start taping it down if you're going to do the second one with me. Now I'm going to slowly peel back these tapes because I'm going to use them again. Come on. All right, this one I will not be using. There we go. Take your time so you don't rip your paper. And then this is the one I did not put on the cloth. And it's definitely a little bit stickier, but we managed to save it. Okay, so we used a tool, just a ripped piece of paper to create that effect. We also use the masking technique to create a shape on our paper with our blends. So we've learned two things doing this card. I'm going to take my next cardstock and I'm going to start taping mine. Let me know in the comments when you are good to go and ready to start blending. If you just got it and you want to start, go ahead. Or if you'd like to wait for me, I'll be with you shortly. Okay, one more. Okay, see how quickly that goes? So if this is a Christmas card that you were going to do, you could really just bang out a whole bunch of these at once. Very quick. Okay, let me see. Hi, Michelle. How you doing? You're going to watch the replay? I understand completely. I know this is a different time for me to go live. I was kind of hoping my East Coast gals would have a little bit earlier of a class instead of always having to do it at night. But I am definitely not used to the early morning stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Cheryl. Well, thank you for checking in. Okay, I'm going to get started. Here we go. Very light. Now I notice this is not straight, but I'm not fussed about it. We're just going to go with it, guys. Put a light coat down. Really light. We're going to take our mask and mask it off and make a mound. And we're going to hit where that paper is a little bit heavy because that's what's creating the shadowing and the mound illusion. Okay, ink up if you need to. And remember, when you want to check to see how it's going under there, hold it down on the corner and just kind of flip it back. Okay, perfect. I'm happy with that. I'm going to bring this one up like this. Okay. A little bit darker. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we've done the technique. This also would be beautiful for puffy clouds. Or if you had the edge dies that look like clouds, you could use that. So, in fact, when I first started the class planning, I was going to do a cloud background, but I realized not everybody may have that die set. So I was like, we're going to go even easier. Oh, I did not hit that enough with my cloth, but it's okay. So there is our two little snow scenes done. I will put this one aside for now. Now we're just going to create the card, and this is super easy. You're going to want to grab a Christmas or a woodland stamp set, something with a tree. Or if you don't have that, do you have a snowman? Because that would look really cute as well. Now I'm going to use the new Pine Tree Trimmings stamp set for this because it also has Oh Christmas Tree as a sentiment. And I just thought that was so cute. And I pulled in some of these hues of blue flowers, but they kind of look like, little snowflakes. You also, if you had something like this, a nature type set, you could use that for your tree. You have possibilities. That's what I'm saying. So work with what you have. Okay. I am going to grab that tree and Stampin' Up. Does anyone have any questions? And if you're watching the replay, I do check the comments and will answer you. If you have any questions, of course, it won't be real time, but I will get back to you about what we've done so far. Let me grab my silicone mat. Here we go. So I'm just inking up in black. And I'm going to line up the bottom of the tree with the edge of my blended rectangle and do half on, half off. Give it a little bit of pressure and time. Boom. Okay. So there is our little snow scene. Now I'm going to put my sentiment. Oh, Christmas tree. Just put it down there. Now I'm going to show you one more thing to kind of step this up. You tell me what you think, but I did it on my example card and I really kind of loved it. I took a white acrylic pen, and I've showed this before. I got it at Hobby Lobby, very cheap, got it on sale. You could also use a white gel pen or a white Posca pen, whatever you got. But I'm just going to come in and dot, almost like little snowflakes falling. I'm not going to be super careful about it, kind of make them organic. Try to get them dots though and not like lines. And I just thought some around here, it just gave it that extra little oomph. And I don't even know, I'm going to hold it up to the camera here. You can kind of, yeah, you can see it. See that? The devil is in the details, guys. That's what I'm telling you. So good. So good. I'm obsessed. You could also take a little Wink of Stella, kind of tip it in that if you wanted that icy, glittery little moment going on. So now I'm going to take some of these flowers and just kind of pop them where I think they should live. All right. And I know I jumped ahead. Now I'm not going to do the insides of the cards today with you because I know you know how to do that. But you're just going to take one of those white inserts and you're going to stamp a saying if you want it, or decorate it with some of your stamps. And we're just taking the A2 size card base and we're just going to stick that on. How easy and beautiful is this card? hopefully this gets you excited about grabbing those blending brushes and going to town. And if you do it, I want to see it. So please post a picture. Okay. So there's our first card done. What do we think? Are we loving it? All right, now let me reset and we'll get going with our next technique. Just gonna deal with this later, basically. These. All right, here we go. For the next card, you're going to need another piece of that white 4 by 5 1/4 sheet. You're going to need some more scrap paper. You're going to need your cut out circle for this card. In fact, let me show you the card. That would probably help. So we're going to be creating a sun. This technique would be good for sun or moon. So just depends on what colors you choose. Okay. So to get mine, use the 2 3/8 circle punch, but it doesn't matter. As long as you have a circle for this, you're going to be good. Okay, so just use what you have. And if you don't, well, you can just blend the background, but you won't have a sun. Now for colors. Sorry, guys. I swear I hit that on this whole time. Ah, I am so sorry. Okay. Okay, so I did have sound. I just lost it for a little bit. All right. I am so sorry. I don't know why that happened. That really was a ghost girl moment because nothing was touched and it was physically off. So go figure. All right. So let's see. Where was I when you lost sound? Does anybody remember? Yay. Okay, good. Do you remember, Karen, where I was when we lost sound? And then, I mean, it's okay because we're redoing it. Hopefully, the last card you heard me. Let's see. I'm inking up with the Daffodil Delight. Oh, pretty much this card. Okay, good. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Good gravy. I couldn't make this stuff up. Okay, so we're doing it together now. You're going to ink up with yellow. We're going to ink the whole thing. Okay? Pretty much the bottom quarter, the bottom little bit, I'm leaving off so that I have something to hold. Okay? So circles, get a good layer of your Daffodil Delight or whatever yellow you're using down. I am actually picking up some of that Pacific Point. Hold on 1 second. I gotta find my Windex. Here it is. This is important. When you are doing this, if you're using a glass mat, try to clean up your surface in between because you see what happened was I grabbed the color I didn't want off the mat. Now it's going to be fine, but I don't want you to have heartache, so clean up your space. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I moved it. Hold on. Goodness gracious. Oh, I can see up here real time. Got it. Okay. There we go. All better. Lord, if there wasn't something going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just wouldn't be a broadcast I put out. Okay, here we go. And we're blending. Got that yellow down. Now we're going to take our sun, place it where you want it. I think it looks more organic not to be directly in the middle, so I put it a little to the side, but you do you, you know. And I'm going to go in with Calypso Coral next. Ink up my brush. And start at the top. And just like we did with the snowfall, you're going to want to go over that sun. Okay, about a quarter of the way down. I like to hit it extra at the top and go lighter as I go towards the middle of the page. Okay, now, and does anyone have any questions? What color are you using? Okay, so Daffodil Delight, Calypso Coral. I'm using Pumpkin Pie, which is going to be the next color, and then Pacific Point for the blue, but that's a retired color. If you don't have it, just use a blue. Maybe pool party would be pretty, or whatever color you got, really. A rich color, but not Night of Navy, I think would be too dark. So I would say stay away from that one, but any of the other ones would work. Okay. Calypso, here's my orange. I'm going to go in with a small brush and ink up my orange. Don't touch your project, hold your sun, and I'm going to come in on the side. Now, we just want to see how that's doing. So a little sneak peek. Okay, our sun is there, and I'm happy with it. So I'm going to back off of that for a second. I'm going to pull this up. Now, this is good. You can definitely tell it's like a sun, but I almost feel like it's a little too crisp, too bright. So to give it more of an organic feel, I'm going to go back in with the Calypso Coral. I'm not going to re-ink. I'm just going to use the ink that is on that brush. And I'm going to lightly go over one side of that sun. Just bring a little bit of the Calypso Coral in. Okay? Gives it some depth. It gives it a little something, you know? Now, I want to smooth this bottom part. So again, I'm going in with my yellow, my Daffodil Delight. I'm not re-inking. I'm just using the ink that's on there to kind of smooth out my picture now. Now this is the point where you can add more color if you'd like it a little bit darker here. You know, play with it. See what you got. There we go. I'm happy with this. So now I'm going to start on the bottom. And you could do a green for this. You know, it's whatever you would like. I just like this color combination, and so I went for that. So I'm going to use this to hold my project. And I'm going to come in on the bottom, and I'm going to ink the bottom pretty dark, especially the corners, almost like a vignette, right? And I'm going to smooth it up, letting it touch the other colors and kind of reacting, doing what it's going to do. Okay. So now I'm pretty happy with that result. I want to know, how's everybody doing? Do you have any questions? Can you still hear me? I can see that my mic is on. That is so weird. This is what I get for doing so much ghost hunting this week in this craft room. It's like, hey, there's no toys for us to play with. I guess we're going to turn off your sound. I mean, I didn't hit anything. I didn't hit the mouse. I don't know why that happened. So weird. Okay, I'm going to move this stuff. And while we're getting ready to create this card, I'm definitely going to clean this area up. So I just use a little bit of Windex. That is my go-to cleaning medium, and a cloth. What do you guys do? A lot of people just do water, and that's okay too. But you know, there's something about Windex, you know? I don't know what it is, but I just love it. I love it. Not sponsored, but I should be. Dang it. I buy it by the gallon. Everybody who comes to my house makes fun of me because I have, like, no lie, 20 Windex bottles, and I just refill them. And they're like, "Why do you need so many?" And I'm like, "Because everybody takes them and I want them for every room." And I'm a nut with it. Sorry, guys, just getting a drink. Okay. Now for this next card, oh, gravy. There we go. We are pulling in, I have to find it. The Flowers of Beauty stamp set is what I'm using, but what you want is just some sort of black stalk-like flower or plant. See what we did here? Um, and then what did I use? Thank you, right? Oh, thinking of you. So for that, what do we got? Okay. I'm bringing in thinking of you with sketched butterflies. Also, you might want to, we'll throw a butterfly on the next card, you know, the one I'm going to do with you, and we'll just see if we like it. Right? So that is what I am using. You guys grab whatever stamp set you would like to use. We're just doing like a silhouette type of deal. Oh, Deuteronomy, I'll find that later, I'm sure. I keep looking like, is the sound off? Is it off, guys? No. Oh, Lord. Okay. I can't make this stuff up, is what I'm saying. All right, let's see. So you want it to have the perspective that you're like looking through the grass or whatever you're using, the flowers. They're closer to you. And then your sun and everything's in the distance, you know. Give it a good ink up. All right. And now position. I'm doing it in the middle. Now I'm going to re-ink. I'm going to just kind of put them where I want them to live. Okay? So when you have that down, let me see. I'm going to do the cluster of butterflies, I think. We'll try it. I don't know. What do you think? I'll just do a couple. I won't do all of them. I don't know how I feel about it, guys. All right. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think it needs one more. This is where I run into trouble, by the way. When you go back for that one more, I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Pretty, what do we think? Butterflies? No butterflies. I don't know. It's kind of busy. I'm not mad at it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. And now, ooh, I'm gonna get my sentiment. My goodness, what a mess. No, it's his birthday. Seriously, did I not pull it out? Hope is a beautiful thing that flutters in the soul. We're gonna do that one. Because I don't know where thinking of you went. But they ain't telling me right now. Okay, so try to get that straight up at the top. Now we're going to grab that black card base and we're just going to put it together. Okay, there's our 2 cards done. So what did we think of this technique? So easy, so pretty. Who knew? Just a circle. That's all we need for that. Okay, I'm going to clean up and reset real quick. Give you a minute to do the same. You like the butterflies, Karen? Oh, everybody does. Sherry. Good. All right. Who knew it needed that little something extra? Perfect. Do this. I just you don't know until you do it. Sometimes I get nervous about like overdoing it, and so I underdo it. I'm more of a simple, you know, but I like it. I like taking chances. Okay. We have reset our space. We can still hear. And I'm going to bring in our next project. So this is our last project, and it is probably my favorite of all of them. It is such a gorgeous, I don't know if it exists in nature, but I want to imagine we have the mountain range, which is what am I trying to say? Which like transitions into clouds, but the sun is going down, and we have a whole magical experience happening here. So that was in my brain. To create this look, you're going to need some scrap paper, and we're going to want to again tear a piece, and you're going to want to kind of roughly create some mountains, just little dips and valleys. Doesn't have to be perfect. Keep working it till you get it how you like it. Now, what I like to do is 2 sides. So I've got my first side. Now I've got this side. I'm going to do the same thing. And this way, when we're creating, we have more options to move our pieces around, okay? And this, you might want to do it a couple times. I sometimes do. If I don't like it, I'll be like, keep playing with it until you get it the way you want it. Okay. So now for the colors. And remember, you're just watching me. I'm going to go in with quite a few. So we've got Blackberry Bliss. We've got Berry Burst. I've got Flirty Flamingo. I've got the Pretty in Pink. I've got some Highland Heather. And I'm also going to bring in that Daffodil Delight. And I might grab some orange, but I don't think I used orange in this. So we'll see. We'll just see how it looks and where we feel we need to go. Okay. So we're going to start with your Blackberry Bliss. And pick the side that you like the mountain range the best. The one that really speaks to you and screams mountain. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to grab our blender brush and ink up that Blackberry Bliss pretty well. Hold down your mask and just go to town with that first layer. You want it to be dark. You want to hit where your mask is so you really get that line going. Okay. Pull it back. Okay, there's our first mountain. I'm going to close this. Now, if you need to, certainly you can clean your area in between. Now, I'm going to go in with the Berry Burst next. And just like we did the snowy scene, we're going to move our mask. So I'm just playing with it to see how I like it. I don't want it matchy-matchy. That would be matchy-matchy. I'm going to flip it. Okay. Let me grab. Yeah. Blending brush. Ink it up. We're going to repeat the process. And I'm going to hit over this Blackberry Bliss. And I'm not fussed about it. It's fine. But I want another darker kind of layer down. Okay. Boom. Now we're going to progress kind of into the oranges, the corals, okay? So I'm going to grab Flirty Flamingo. And actually, speaking of coral, maybe I'll do that. Calypso. I'm going to grab some Calypso for my next one. Ink it up. And you're just going to keep going. Never matching, like, don't just do this. You always want it changing so that it doesn't look like the same mountain range or clouds or whatever you're working with, okay? So I'm going to position that down. And don't be afraid. I promise it'll come out great. And we just keep layering, letting the colors touch. With the sun, where we went back and blended over, we're kind of doing that as we go with this technique. So it's not as much have to go back. Okay. And now I'm going to grab my yellow Daffodil Delight. Oh, I just put my finger in it, guys. Give it a good hit down. And I keep using the same thing, mixing the colors. This doesn't matter, so don't worry about that. Okay, and this is kind of where the mountain range changes. It's a little misty and magical layer. And it might be light. I might go back to this. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. How do we like it? Oh, it's not bad. We'll leave it for now. Okay, that's my last. I'm gonna go in with some pink. Now, on this one I did, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. This one I seem to be going a little bit different. That's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? I can't, it's very hard with this technique to always have the same outcome. So just play with it and see what you come up with. So I'm grabbing some pretty pink and hitting it. I'm going over that yellow as well. It's wiggling. So that's where it kind of changed that yellow. It brought it down where it wasn't so bright, and now I'm happy with it. See how that goes? Now we're going to start building. I might even go back in with, what is that? Some flirty flamingo. I don't know. I'm just playing right now, so I'm going to end up with the Highland Heather. I know that. No, maybe I'll do some yellow. I'm going to do some more yellow. There we go. All right, now we have our top. And I am going to put this aside. I'm going to grab my Highland Heather, ink that bad boy up. I'm going to come in from the top, and you want it the darkest right on that edge. And I'm going to bring it down into the horizon, into that setting sun and those clouds and all the things that are going on. And I'm going to kind of go over it. I'm going to mix a little bit. And you could go back in if you're like, oh, I don't want to do that with the purple. You could grab your yellow, give it a little blend. You could also do pink there. Just play with it. Don't be afraid. But what do we think? It's very different than my first one, but I love it. All right, so I'm gonna just straighten up a little bit, and you guys get your ink pads ready to go and your paper, and get yourself situated is what I'm saying. And now we're gonna do it together. My goodness, I'm getting my inky fingers badge today. Okay, so we have our everything in place. I think I'm going to rip another one. So if you haven't done that, just we go. I have a mountain range when I look out the craft room, and it's got these two little devil horns. That's what that reminds me of. Okay. Okay, got it. So this one is a little bit more extreme, but I figured I would try it. All right, guys, are we ready? So this first one, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to go in with the Blackberry Bliss. That darkest color is what I like to start with. Make sure you're hitting that mask pretty heavy. Okay. Boom. And then we're going to go in with the Berry Burst. Okay. Now don't be afraid to play with your colors. And if it doesn't come out exactly how you want it, just do it again. Sometimes practice, just to kind of figure it out. No big deal. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to do some Calypso Coral. We're mixing it up, guys. Or no, this is pretty Flirty Flamingos. That's what I'm doing. Just doing what I'm doing, I'm feeling it. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is good. So Flirty Flamingo. Move my mask. And hit it. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the daffodil. Here we go. My goodness, I just keep putting my fingers in all the ink. That's not really a problem, but it is a problem if you then touch your project. We all know I'm a bit of a hot mess and could do that at any time. Okay, here we go. Okay, kind of mixed with the other colors I have going on, but I am loving it. I am not mad at that at all. Very happy. Okay, so now we're going to go in with some of that pretty in pink. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, this one will be okay. Okay. I got a little crazy there, but it'll buff out. Don't worry about it. All right, so now I think I'm going to go in with the purple. Highland Feather. Kind of our finishing move of the card, if you will. Oh, hi, Kirby. Kirby is 8 pounds now, guys. He is a little chunk. He's my big man. He started sleeping a lot. He's about a year and a half old now, and he started sleeping a lot, and we knew he was growing, so we figured we would weigh him and see, because when you hold him, it's like he is a girthy boy. Okay, and I just want to hit that with a little calypso, soften it up a bit. But how are we coming? Do we have any questions? Or maybe I'll do the pink. Maybe I'll do the pretty in pink. Just kind of leaning up a little bit so that we'll be able to make the last card as we chit chat. So what are we thinking about this class? Are you obsessed? Are you going to start playing with those blender brushes? I hope so. Okay. All right. Love it. Just blending with what's on my blender brushes. Give it more of that misty kind of a vibe going on. All right, so let me clean up my area. How are you guys coming? Any questions? I'm going to put some Windex on my fingers. Don't judge me. One thing I've realized that we're going to need for retreat is baby wipes. So I'm getting like those travel packs of baby wipes for everybody for their convention kit, we'll call it. Their crafting survival kit so that everybody will be able to clean their hands and stuff. I mean, there is a bathroom, but you know, I try to think of everything, guys. Okay, so I'm just showing you the different variations of what we did today. Sorry, the sun is coming in. I don't know if I can move it. There. There we go. All right. So here's the 3 variations. I'm in love with them. I can't decide. They're all beautiful. I'm just going to grab one and we're going to make our card. So for this card, we are going to need, oh, not this. I'm using the sentiment brighter skies are on their way, okay? From Bright Skies. I just thought with this landscape that really popped and spoke to me, but you guys use whatever you would like. And then I grabbed In the Grove because I wanted the pine trees, okay? Because I dotted them on the bottom. of the horizon. I know. I can't wait to see everybody's because they are so different, but so easy, you know? And when people look at these, they go, oh my gosh, how did you do that? It's like ancient Chinese secret. I'll never tell you unless you go online and you watch my video. You won't be able to hear it, but still, you know. Oh, Lord. Better to be laughed at than pitied, right? Okay. So now I'm just going to ink up. And I'm just going to put these. Now remember, these are closer to us and the mountains are way in the distance, but we're just doing the tops of the trees, you know? And since this is so far down, it was literally the tippy tops, but you know, I got it in there, guys. It's fine. Oh wait, we need to do our sentiment, Jesse. Okay. I heard a ding. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't someone saying, hey, you're offline. Oh, paranoia. Okay, here we go. So in the middle, I'm going to try to make this straight. Lord only knows my eyeballs don't know what that is. I'm going to give it a second. I really want it dark. This would be great to heat emboss on. There we go. But it worked out. Now, a couple things before we put the card together. I'm going to come back in with that pen and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to dot like those stars are just kind of poking out. I mean, you could use the flick technique on this with some white paint, I guess, but this is way finer than doing that. So it's like the night sky is emerging from the sunset. And I went crazy with it, but you guys do you. So I will hold that up to the camera so you can kind of see. Ooh, there we go. What do you think? So beautiful. All right, let's grab our last card base. My poor camera. It's like trying to, you know, make me look good. It's like, lady, stop doing that. We can't focus. Oh, Lordy. All right, glue. And when I do these masks, or when I do these techniques, I like to use a thicker cardstock. Any cardstock will work, but it just seems easier to work with and it holds that ink better. It can take it, you know? It can just take more. Okay, so there we go. We did it. 3 cards done, only one faux pas, if you will. Um, Where'd the first cards go? Here they are. My goodness, they are all the way over there. Okay, there we go. So which card was your favorite? Please, when you get them done, I want to see them, so post them to the page. I'm going to take a sip real quick and then I'll flip up. Okay, I'm back. All right, guys, so what do we think? Are we in love? I don't know why. When I do stuff like this at the end, I can't, my vision is so blurry. I can't see with my glasses. I can't see without my glasses. I just strain. I concentrate so hard. And I don't know why, because this wasn't very detailed, but what are you going to do? Did you overcook it? Mm. Oh, okay. If you overheat, what happens is your the powder, the chemical reaction, it will literally melt and then it goes into the paper. So what you should try a couple things. One thing is heat the embossing powder from the bottom of the project. Get the paper warm first. Then when you come on top of it, just hit it really lightly. Kind of get it into your vision eye where you can see when it changes from looking powdery, dusty, like not shiny. When it switches over to shiny, you move on. It's done. You don't need to hold it there any longer. You don't need to bake it because you're over baking it at that point. So that's why moving the wand around a little bit is good because then it's not concentrated on one spot for too long. So maybe that'll help, you know. That is one tip I have for you on that. So we can practice with it too, right? Oh, you're so welcome, Sherry. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to get off for now. I will be posting this to YouTube with a little note, hey, we lost sound for a little bit, but stick with it or fast forward to mile marker or whatever. So I'll do that. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the comments. Mwah.